The Bible tells a very interesting story about the character of Leah. Very interesting story and disturbing all at the same time. You see a woman who is being married to a man who doesn't want to be with her. And right in that moment, barely a week after, he accepts to work another 7 years to end the love of her younger sister. And so I'm thrown off because I'm like, this cannot be doctrine, this cannot be principle. Because here is this woman, a victim in every sense of the word. Yes, it is true the Messiah comes through her route of the family tree. But is there something else we can learn from Leah? Or could it be there might have been things misunderstood in the character of Leah in previous generations that we need to make sure we are not passing it on to the next generation? My name is Arian Bangwell, and I'm excited to welcome you to the chat today. I'm a raising girls coach, so the conversation is always about biblical principles about raising girls today. We're living in a world where there's so many opinions about what it means to be a girl today. And so we're looking at Bible principles, looking at the challenges we're facing today, and how we can stay true to the cause that God has called us to. So come with me, let's talk about Leah and what we can learn from her story. So first and foremost, we need to step back and ask ourselves, who was Leah? She's an older sister, and then she's born in this cultural context where the younger sister needs to marry first. So that's the first thing I'm taking down. Who says that the younger sister needs to marry first? And so let's step back and think about what it even means to marry. How about we start a culture where we teach children that it's not about who marries first, but it's who first finds love. All right? You marry only when you find love and you're ready. And then we can now talk about what is love. How do I now find love? And one of the concepts I always share with girls is that love means safety. And this is the context of safety that I mean. When you find love, then it means you have found someone who loves and honors God, loves and honors himself. Yes, himself first, then he loves and honors you. Anything outside of these three is not love. And so whether it's the younger sister that this happens for first or the older sister, it's inconsequential. We have to be the generation that emphasizes what is the most important. Timing is never important. Who and the circumstances, yes, very, very important. So we need to start focusing on what is basic. The other thing I want us to throw out there is the concept of the will of God, where girls meet someone in church and the person says, oh, God says you're his will for me. Or a girl says she likes a guy and the guy says, well, I'm not so keen. And we start to throw around it's the will of God, and we end up with people that we are not properly yoked with. And so maybe a girl ends up with a guy who is not really into her, but the circumstances were right. For instance, they were in the choir together, all right, and they'd served for such a long time. And so one of the things I want to take out of here is that no, it's not always circumstantial. Both of you have to mutually want to be in this. There might be other people that are hearing differently. There might have been people whose marriages didn't start out right there. There might have been people who said, well, I wasn't really into my spouse when we started, but we are now into each other. And we went on because God told us. So normally when someone tells me God told them to pick a particular partner, I usually ask, do you hear God in all areas, or it's just with this person? Because if you don't hear God in all the other areas of your life and somehow hear him only when it came to choosing a partner, chances are that your emotions may be talking. But bottom line of this video is telling you that one thing you need to teach your children is that number one, marriage is about finding the right person, and the right person is nothing outside of these three. Loves and honors God, loves and honors himself, loves and honors you. But then also, our children also need to know that you are not supposed to beg for love, all right? To teach your daughters that they're not supposed to beg for love. Whether it's with someone they're crushing on, we don't beg for love. And we don't do things to earn love. That's part of the things in our culture. People want to earn love. Women are taught to earn love. You say if you cook right for him, if his mother likes you, if it's this, if it's that. All of those things make girls become a slave of other people's opinions. And so here's what I'm out here to say. We can learn from Leah that many things don't work. We watch in the Bible how Leah says, let me give birth to a son for this. God has given me a son. Let me give birth to a son, he will love me. Let me give birth to a son, he will do this. Until the end of time, even after Rachel is gone, Leah is never Jacob's priority. Have you thought about that? Till the end of time, Leah was never Jacob's priority. So let's stop setting up our daughters. Let's start telling them, you don't earn love, you don't beg for love, you're royalty. And when love finds you, it honors you. How about that? Did you learn something today? What else did you learn from the Leah story? Maybe I haven't thought about the whole picture and I'd like to learn from you too. So leave me a comment, question or something. Let's get the conversation started. And make sure you subscribe to our channel and come back for the next episode where we'll be talking about something else random. Remember, we're talking about raising girls today, looking at biblical principles and the challenges of raising girls today, so that we can ensure that we're raising girls who stay the course of what God has called us to do. My name is Irene Bang. Well, once again, thank you for watching today. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I hope you learned something and that you've taken away some actionable steps that you can get working on. One of the things we've done is design different resources to support you and your daughters. We have some links running across the screen or in the caption that give you access to our online store, so you can purchase some of the resources we have and get using it in your home. And if you'd like to talk with us, we have a WhatsApp number scrolling on the screen and also in the caption. Whatever you do, make sure you take actions towards the things you've learned today, and I'm always looking out to support you one way or the other. We look forward to seeing you in our next episode.